Hey, how's it guys? Welcome back to the channel. I thought I'd try something new and I hope you guys enjoy it.
What I want to establish right off the rip is equal absurdity.
If I'm not mistaken, this is called the quay fallacy.
I understand that it is absurd to suggest that some all-knowing, all-powerful being spoke everything into existence.
What you want to bet that Kris Woods here doesn't understand why it is absurd when somebody says God spoke anything into existence. That is because sound needs a medium to propagate, and if God was talking, what was the sound that his voice was propagating through if there was nothing?
But it is just as equally absurd to suggest that nothing exploded and everything came out of it.
Firstly, no one is suggesting that nothing exploded. Secondly, infinitesimally small is not nothing. You know that song from the Big Bang Theory, the whole universe was in a hot, dense state? Yeah, that is not nothing. And thirdly, it wasn't an explosion. An expansion of space and time is not an explosion.
Okay, so let's get that on the table right off the rip and dispense with making a mockery of this. Because it's our position in biblical cosmology that
No, I don't want to make a mockery of Bible and the Christianity and all of that. It's because of people like you who put God into a box. Why can't God create a spherical earth in an orbit around a star the way we see it in reality?
we're dealing with our physical world, that there will be physical evidence. So
He says this, but he will spend the next 3 hours of the stream demonstrating to us exactly how much he doesn't understand what evidence means or what it is or what it constitutes. Actually, we have umpteen mountains and mountains, an overwhelming preponderance of physical evidence for our physical spherical earth. It doesn't mean because you cannot understand the evidence that it doesn't exist.
as we begin to tear apart this heliocentric model,
All heliocentric means is that all objects orbit a star. All the other objects do not orbit the Earth. We've got one object orbiting the Earth, and that is our moon. And us, with our moon, and all the other objects orbit our sun.
first thing that we find is that it is just one segment of a greater theory called evolutionary theory.
I don't know what the connection would be between the shape of the earth and the theory of evolution. We've known the shape of the earth for about 2,500 years already, back when Aristotle and Pythagoras and them were discussing the observations of how ships disappeared bottom first as they veered off into the distance. And then we've got the famous experiment from Eratosthenes, where he had his friend in Cyrene put the stick in the ground and they measured shadows at noon. And they found that if the earth were flat, shouldn't the shadows be the same? But they weren't. And they deduced that the earth is a sphere.
Okay, you cannot separate the two.
Yes, I absolutely can separate the two because one, biological evolution is the change in allele frequencies in a population over successive generations. Don't worry, Kris. I know that you don't know the meanings of the words I used in the definition for the theory of evolution, and that's why you are able to conflate the shape of a planet with a biological theory. So don't feel too bad. I understand your ignorance or lack of comprehension.
All right, because I know some of you guys are out there and you believe in creation, but you also believe in flow. You are the definition of complete, my friend, because the two cannot coincide.
There are plenty of Christians who take the Bible as true, who believe in God, and still know that the earth is a sphere, and they understand why the earth is a sphere. I don't understand why you have to take God and put him in this box on a bloody flat and stationary earth.
All right, so as we look at the heliocentric model and evolutionary theory, what we realize is that, first of all, it's not even science. It doesn't qualify because it doesn't meet the criteria for the scientific method.
A science. So there's just one, not multiple fields of study where people actually dedicate their lives to finding out the intricacies of how nature works. And you want to take all the work done in the last 100 years, all the discoveries, all the lines of evidence for evolution, and just dismiss it together with the shape of the earth.
It is in fact a philosophy, ordo ab chaos, which we observe nowhere in the observable universe do we see order arise out of chaos.
From what we understand, our solar system is the result of another star going supernova. From what I can see about our solar system, it is fairly ordered, it's fairly calm, it's predictable. So this order came out of that chaos of that exploding star. This is the result. So I don't know how he can just sit there and say order doesn't come out of chaos. What utter nonsense.
Nowhere has anyone ever set off a bomb in a junkyard and got a 747 out of it. That's by design.
That is one of the ickiest, oofest things that any creationist, never mind a flat earth creationist, can say. That the theory of evolution is analogous to a tornado going through a junkyard and creating a jumbo jet. That is so egregious, and it is not even wrong as to exactly what the theory of evolution is. And as I've stated before, I don't know what that might have to do with the shape of the earth. So the conservation of momentum is a thing. When that previous star went supernova and caused the accretion disk to swirl and make our sun and all the planets and everything, the whole accretion disk was in motion. Conservation of momentum will only change when an unbalanced force is applied. Just one last thing before I end the video. I just want to say that I'm not a very big fan of philosophy. And for somebody throughout the stream who was screaming at us to do our own research, doesn't seem to care much about the research. That's it for this video, guys. If you've made it this far, thank you so much for watching. Please comment, give the video a like, subscribe to my channel, and ring that bell. And if you might be so inclined, please support me on PayPal. If you would like to discuss any of my observations, please join us on Discord. Please, guys, stay safe, and I will catch you in the next video. Bye.